Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 here today on the channel. We're back on our Divide et Impera modded Imperator Augustus campaign as Cleopatra of Egypt. This is episode 4. In today's episode, we're going to be throwing back Rome's finest. Lepidus has sent Legion 5 to recapture the city of Carthage. He is currently sitting in a fort just outside the city. We're going to be able to hopefully throw him back here today. So guys, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. So in the last episode, we managed to take the city of Carthage. We currently have Queen and Pharaoh Cleopatra here with a full stack, along with her adopted daughter and heir for now, Thelia. We've also got the Egyptian fleet, has sailed from Alexandria and is now housed in Carthage. I was actually planning on attacking Syracuse in today's episode and declaring war upon Octavian Caesar. However, I got halfway into the sea until a legion from Lepidus rocked up. We already can see some Imperial veteran legionaries of Arti cohort. They also have some auxiliary Iberian spearmen reformed, and they do have some mercenary Iberian cavalry. So they've sent Legion 5 under the command of, can we see who this is? Quintus, maybe? That could be the commander, but we should be able to deal with him quite comfortably. We've got our main army here within Carthage. We've also got our second sort of mixed bag of spear, medium infantry here with some Libyan levies. We've also just got some African levies and some Egyptian slingers and some Libyan skirmish cav as well. So looking at our empire so far, we've managed to take the majority of sort of the coastal area of North Africa here for now. The Gamantians and Numidians are sort of westward. We've got Egypt mostly under our control, even the holy city of Jerusalem. So diplomacy-wise, we're only at war with Lepidus' Rome and Pompey. We're not at war with Octavian just yet. I've actually negotiated with my husband Mark Antony to give larger autonomy to the region of Egypt, and I've actually cancelled my client state deal with them, which did anger him. However, we are giving him cash and money to sort of increase that and get things back on track. Family tree-wise, we're still very much secure. I have 2 children with Mark Antony now. One is 1, and we have a new child here as well, Pervica, who is just being born. And for now, I have my adopted daughter Thelia here, making sure, just for game mechanics, just in case Cleopatra gets sniped or killed, the campaign doesn't just abruptly end. So looking at the Ptolemy Dynasty, we're currently sitting at 73%. We are still a kingdom for now. We could maybe go into empire eventually as well, but let me know in the comments we'd like me to expand and conquer. Throwing back this full stack, I would love to know. Oh, we actually can see. Oh, that's a little bit cheaty. I didn't know that. Unknown Lepidus is Rome. So he does have Tingis by the look of it. And actually, I did not said that. Yeah, so he actually occupies half of Iberia. And it looks like Octavia still has Massalia, Narbo, Nasamones, Bertigala, and Tolosa. So he hasn't taken that. And what about in the north here? Unknown. Octavian's Rome. Yeah, so it does look like Octavian's still one of the more powerful factions. And Mark Antony is actually stronger than him. And it looks like Pompey probably only has 2 territories left there, Corellis and Sardinia. Sardinia and Corsica. But without further ado, let's deal with this army. So we'll move Queen Cleopatra up, and we shall also move my secondary army here as well. Alright, let's attack Legion 5 against Lepidus. He's now run back, which is not unsurprising. We'll move this other army up here now, and we'll allow Queen Cleopatra to go again. Yep, and we've managed to catch Quintus Marcellus, who has 1 unit of Equites legendary cavalry, 3 armoured legionaries, 3 Avati cohort, 3 legendary legionary cohort rather, some Iberian spearmen. They've also got some Iberian levies, some Iberian swords, which you've got to watch out for, legionary equites. So a bit of a mismatch of an army. They've got the core of the Roman army, which we really have to watch out for. But we have 8,523 loyal men to Queen Cleopatra, and they have 3,665. Alright, let's do a quick save and a hard save, and fight this one on the fields of Carthage here today. Let's go against Lepidus and throw back Legion 5. The battle on the fields of Carthage, 37 BC. We're in our campaign. We're bringing 3 units of Egyptian cataphracts. We've still got our Thorax swordsmen who have been fighting with us from very early on now, from the siege and occupation of Judea to throwing back desert nomads against the Nasamones and taking Lepidus's Roman North African territories and in Carthage. We've also got some Libyan swordsmen there as well. Now we've got some Egyptian pikes making up some of the front line, and we are still yet to bring in probably 2 more top quality tier units. We've just got some levies and stuff making up some of the men we lost, but we outnumber them nearly 3 to 1 here. We do have a lot of skirmishes, a lot of melee and skirmishes to combat them. Especially we've got skirmish cav, so we should be able to make quick work of the Roman front line. We just need to not be drawn into hand-to-hand combat, a long, prolonged front line where we want to try and flank and rotate and really throw down some hammer and anvil strikes and try and get our skirmishers behind their heavy infantry. Okay guys, welcome to the battlefield. Let's start the deployment. We've got a nice dry day. I will take that against the Romans. Okay, let's put our pikes in the center, because they're probably going to put the majority of their force there. The rest can sort of just be roughly divvied out on the left and right flank. And then we'll put the levies further on the other side. Now, we could just try and surround them, or trying to encourage them for an attack. I haven't just decided just yet. We really do need to wait for my additional army to come in before we can even do that. I could even like double back if we really wanted to. We're attacking them at the end of the day though, that's the thing. Alright, we'll go with something like this. Actually, can you go higher up? Tree line? Yeah. Go higher up here, because that's where I want to move the cataphracts. So, settings, we've got an uneven number of cataphracts here. I usually would go like 2 on each flank, but seeing as we've only got 3, we'll put them there. So the Egyptian cataphracts can go here, some of the lighter Libyans, and then we've got our Egyptian swordsmen there, skirmishers further at the back. Further at the back of the pack. We've also got our pikemen here as well to hold the center. Slingers further at the back, and where is the Pharaoh? There she is, commanding another conquest against the Romans here today. Alright, let's start the battle and wait for our reinforcements to come in. Allow my cavalry to take the high ground here. Oh, you've just been clicked there unfortunately, so you try and push up and around this way where you can. Quickly now, seize the day. And then our reinforcements have arrived as well. Alrighty, so what are they doing? They're sitting a little bit further back here, which is fine. And we'll try and get our reinforcements just like here. You don't need to double time though. Okay, what have they got actually up here, the Romans? Lighter archers. And they have their heavier infantry. Looks like they've got the sun to their right. Especially in ancient warfare, it was always crucial to have the sun to your back, so that your infantry wasn't fighting right in front of it. So what I might try and do here is try and get these guys here. I need my skirmish cav here to really push up and do some damage. We'll make a second line with my skirmishers now. And these guys can be moved here as well. And we might even group that up. Alright. They seem to be rotating quite well. How far away are these skirmish cav coming? They're coming slowly. Alright, where was the general unit? Oh, looks like he hasn't come in for them. Look, if we could somehow go like here, and they might be able to forget about us. Because the AI is a little bit silly like that. They do seem to be rotating and posturing quite well. We are waiting for our additional reinforcements to come in now. Our skirmish cav. We might be able to knock out theirs though, that's the thing. If you can go on skirmish mode, that would be ideal. But maybe moving yourselves here, we might even be able to... If we get one solid volley off against them, we might be able to get rid of them. Go into the tree line for now. Rally higher up here. My infantry is slowly making their way here as well. I wonder if I could get the front line... No, they're probably not going to hold, are they? Alright, looks like they've moved their cavalry further south now. And they're just sort of calculating what's best to do. So they're hidden now, which is fantastic. Maybe push down and we'll try and skirmish someone here. We might be able to catch someone on their side. Or you never know, a cavalry unit might commit there. So let's push to the gap. And see if we can get anyone. It does look like they're moving skirmishers out here. Maybe with the Praetorian cavalry. I said it was Equites, I was assuming that. It's actually very heavy melee Praetorian cavalry under the command of Quintus what is it? Marcellus. I didn't know if it was Moreles or something. Okay, maybe go like this and then try and get a shot there off against them. And then, if they want to charge, we'll try to drag it back towards that cavalry. Looks like they're moving. Just go for the bodyguard then. Looks like we might be able to kite them out and draw them away. Potentially. Whatever that is, that archer unit's really getting me there. Alright, this skirmishing isn't doing very well whatsoever, so we're going to move up. There's no point of sitting our boys, letting them sit super far back. So we need to get up here, we need to seize the day. So you can move here. About that. That's alright. And then this can be the flanking army. So we'll say that lot can go there. You lot can go here, say, because we really want to try and flank with them. And we'll move this like there. Yep, go. And then we'll move like Cleopatra here for the... Oh, fuck. We'll move Cleopatra. Yeah, there. Alright. I do want to try and drag some of these units over this way more if we can. So try and skirmish that where we can. We are drawing them closer that way though. It looks like they're coming at us now, the Praetorian cavalry. It does seem to be working. Not as much as I would like. My front line's now moving. 98. Yeah, start focusing their cavalry then. There we go. That's what we want. Especially hitting them from behind is getting them real good. Okay. Is their front line even paying attention for my rotation? Not necessarily, but we've nearly actually knocked out the general there. There's only 28 within his bodyguard. Push higher up and chase and follow it. Some are getting quite close there. But at the end of the day, this is just melee. Sort of very light skirmish cav. That really isn't that expensive. It is incredibly expendable. We've nearly killed the general there, to be honest. He's now routing. We've targeted him out well. My skirmishers are now up here. And we'll keep like one unit here. Move two down this way if you can. Nearly got rid of him now. So we are trading quite well here. Right, so what I need you to do is still try and face them, but most of my spears need to be hitting these legionaries on the side, because that's what's going to inflict the most casualties. Just need to make sure they're out of their range of their peeler though as well. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to move around. My guys are nearly out of ammunition here. And we are just seem to be trading quite well for now. Okay, so we've run out of... We have run out of skirmishers big time here, so let's pull back. Still try and target them where we can. Our skirmishers are trading. Let's have a look at theirs. So, archers, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we outnumber them 8 or so. So, us sitting back here is actually fine. We don't need to charge just yet. Yeah, maybe just getting everyone out here now. Push up this way. Okay, my skirmishers are all firing as well. So there's probably going to be a charge in a minute. We can move Cleopatra up quite a bit. And our skirmishers are actually doing quite well, hitting up over our front line. Targeting an array of units there, not just the one. And... yeah, so they've only got 1, 2... yeah, no, we're better off just sitting. We outnumber them skirmish-wise. So just sitting like this and trying to pepper them down is probably the play. I could give out some orders. Maybe toggle skirmish mode just in case someone gets too close. Even though they're targeting a Vati cohort there, I don't think it's doing that well. Oh, here we go. Looks like they're going to charge. Yeah, looks like they're going to move up a unit of Iberian spears. And these are the guys that aren't the most heavily Romans. And it looks like they've retreated before even pushing on there. Which is what we want, because if we can hit them from behind, that will cause mass casualties. Oh, my cavalry's been spotted here. Against some broken levies. Look, you know what? We might be able to hit these guys from behind. It does look like they're trying to move up some equites now. 4. Looks like they're going to charge into them. Yeah, let's try and hit the back of these archers. If we can identify our weak... yeah, they're actually just sitting in Testudo. They're actually holding quite well. Yeah, it's really... yeah, they are holding. They are just sitting in Testudo. They're actually holding quite well, which is surprising. Alright, great. For some reason, the slinger unit split. Half of it went that way, the other one went this way. I was routing. Okay, looks like they're going to try and move a Roman unit in now in combat. And this is what we want. We want them to commit. Because once they do, we can surround them. Look, if you want to get pulled further back here, that's fine by me. Alright, let's try and envelop now. Let's start giving chase. Their army's moving the other way, which is what I don't want. So try and move up to about there. You guys try and get on top of them here. Cavalry this way. Maybe send one unit there a bit further, but you need to go up here. Yep, now they're coming back. Charge into these Iberian levies just here. Even though they have broken because they're not true Romans. We can't allow 170 to go unpunished. Excellent. Alright. Still continue to surround them where we can. You need to push into this, because if you're not quick enough on the uptake, we're not gonna be able to beat the Romans in a prolonged fight. So make sure you get around here, please. Yep, and now most of them are broken there. Yep, we just needed to wait for them to commit. They did quite well trying to stop their flank. They rotated and tried to match me quite well. On every rotation I tried to hit them on. But it's pretty hard for the AI just to... Especially when they're outnumbered 3-1, there's not really too much they can do. They definitely tried their best. Alright. The last of those Romans now. Running that way. Push to continue to go and help out now. Alright. So some of the legionaries are pushing here against the weaker axemen. We've also got quicker, lighter units, which can rotate and move efficiently throughout the battlefield. And even when our quality troops, even though they don't sort of match equipment-wise to the Romans, they have the chevrons and training and experience compared to the Romans here. Some of them are fighting with goddamn nets. Goddamn, like... Oh, we need to stop this now. Like woven wheat shields or some shit. Okay, so we've pushed a lot of them there. So what seems to be holding out now? Armored legionaries. Yeah, the last 3 units are of the same. The only 3 legionaries there. That's quite cool. Well, they're about to get surrounded and slaughtered. Alright, try and continue to run down any stragglers you can see. And the last of the legionaries here are retreating. Continue. We can't allow these guys to really retreat and run away too much. Yes, bring down the legions of Rome. So it looks like they failed in the recapture of Carthage. It was to no avail. I wish we could kind of steal the amount of heavy equipment we're going to be able to loot from these guys. Even though the order's been given to retreat, most of the armoured legionaries just can't get out of this surrounding slaughter. Some are still trying to fight to the bitter end, but to no avail. Coming up against Egyptians completely surrounding them. Oh my god. Alright. Is there any more even here that we can see? Not really. Just need to like hold the borders there. I think we got the majority of them from what we could even see. Yeah, that's some Africans moving. Yeah, it's just so hard to see in DEI. I wish that button was still there. Like in the earlier medievals. But anyway, decisive victory. Cleopatra deployed 8,523 and lost 1,002 upon the field. Quintus Marcellus lost his life, and the entirety of Lepidus's Legion 5. He deployed 3,665 and lost 3,233. Wowee. So the cataphracts did okay. Look, I didn't really need them that much in this fight because my skirmishers were just doing so well. So they only got 146, 137. They have performed better in battles where I've needed them. Looking at my swordsmen, holding quite well. 105. The pikes did well, 170, 138, because they were told to hold a lot more, so it brought the advantage into them. Some of my swordsmen did get caught at some points, losing about half, if not more, of their unit. Skirmishers, 63, 71, 116. And looking at the casualties sustained and casualties inflicted for them, their general didn't kill anyone. Their legionaries did quite poor, 48, 65, 51. I don't even know how you would sort of try and win that. I wouldn't even get into that position. Maybe just trying to close the distance and just get stuck into combat as quickly as you can, because the longer you wait, the more you get enveloped. Maybe corner camping was the play, probably. That's what a human AI would do. Or a human would do compared to the AI. But the AI isn't going to corner camp. Archers did poor, slingers did poor, same with the cav as well. They didn't really utilise their cav. They could have targeted Cleopatra potentially, if they were quick enough. But we outnumbered them, like I said, nearly 3-1. and we've only lost 1,000 Egyptians compared to 3,200 Romans. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map Victory. We have victory here today. We didn't lose the entirety of any one of our forces, which is fantastic. It does... Oh, maybe he did. Oh, he did. He escaped with his life, the coward. So, he escaped. A auxiliary Iberian spear escaped. Yeah, most of the Romans fought to the bitter end for the dream and hope of retaking Carthage, while the sort of auxiliary mercenary Iberians decided to run away. So we're going to kill the captives and defeat Marcellus here and push him to the sea. Alrighty, so Cleopatra is victorious here today. Now, yeah, they still have territory further that way in Tingis. Look, you know what, they seem to be keen on retaking Carthage, so we are going to have to leave and maintain quite a large military presence. But that was a huge investment for Lepidus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably nearly 10 turns if it directly came from Tingis or the islands here. So we are going to have to keep a large military presence in Carthage where we can, and we've got a general here to do just that. Manpower wise, we're going to have to really rely on maybe some just Libyan javelin men. Yeah, because when we sacked the city, it did screw over the population somewhat. But even just getting a small investment here is probably not a bad idea. Alrighty, so we shall repair and replenish, which is, how long is that going to take in DEI? 1 turn. It's actually not going to take too bad for them. What about these guys? 16, 9... Yeah, it's going to be a lot more once we get back in the city. We'll probably halve that down. So it might take us 4 to 6 turns to convalesce, and then we should be ready to strike Sicily. We'll be able to go to war with Octavian's Rome. If we can take the entirety of Sicily, that'd be fantastic. Then we can push upon Cassentia, Taurus, and then eventually the city of Rome itself. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Episode 4 of the Cleopatra campaign. All the links in the description below are there if you guys would like to download DEI and the submods and play along with me. You're welcome. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.